So apparently, Kate and William sued a Paris tabloid called Paris Match back in the spring this year for publishing a photo of them in the Alps, in the French Alps, with their three children in April, and and they won the case. The judge ruled in their favor and said that the tabloid had infringed their right to privacy, I guess on the Article 8. And, that I don't know that they won money. I don't think they were asking for money, but correct me if I'm wrong. They seem to have just wanted to have a decision from the court that this was an invasion of privacy. And um yeah, apparently the Paris Match took sort of a long lens photos of them sitting on a balcony in a chalet in the Alps and, skiing with their children. I think at the time Kate might have been on the mend. At least the public narrative was that she was on the mend from her quote unquote cancer diagnosis, etc. And so no one sort of expected her to be in the Alps, apparently. I mean, I would say that by 2025, spring of 2025, the story of Kate's um, um, alleged illness and so on was not one that I was following very closely. So I really don't know where she was supposed to be in that process, whether she was supposed to have been fully recuperated or whether she was not. But I was watching Sussex Family TV, Brian over at Sussex Squad Family TV. I didn't finish his video yet. I have to go back to finish it. But it's almost as if um, it seems that he's saying that she was supposed to be ill at the time. And so the fact that she was seen in the Alps was something that was, that she didn't really want. She didn't want people to know that she was in the Alps. It's like a secret, right, between her and William and their children. They didn't want the press. But it seems like what she and William are arguing or argued before the court was that there are two aspects to their lives. There's the private aspect and there's the public aspect. And when it's time to do the public aspect, they go out, they parade, they wave, they smile, they look at the helicopters or the airplanes flying by, and they show their appreciation. But then there are times when they don't want the public attention. They want to be private. They want to be with their children, and they are entitled to private time with their children. And yeah, the French court in Nanterre, which is not too far from Paris, agreed, right? And of course, all of the articles about this also reference the 2012 case where Kate and William sued another French paper called Closer. We'll put that Close. I have no idea how they pronounce that. Um, for an invasion of privacy, because that paper at the time had photographs Kate semi-nude, and at that point, I think Kate and William won about 100,000 euros from that particular tabloid, again, for invasion of privacy. So, yeah, they're very, very strict with the French papers in particular. I don't know if there are cases of them suing British papers, because I think the British tabloids don't mess with Kate and William. They keep their distance. They attack Harry and Meghan and they leave Kate and William out of it. So I don't know if they have ever had to sue British people. They probably, I mean, actually, it's almost like I seem to be remembering that they have sued some one of the British papers before, but not very often because the British tabloids have a hands-off policy where Kate and William are concerned. But they seem to be making a career, well, I should say more of a habit of suing the French papers, which I'm not going to lie, it kind of surprises me that the French papers keep getting into this kind of trouble because my understanding was that in France, that the paparazzi situation is very, very different from, say, in the United States, that there is a right to privacy here and that, the paparazzi by and large don't infringe on the space of French celebrities, right? So it's kind of surprising to me that, in fact, they are using long range cameras to take pictures of the Duke and the Prince and Princess of Wales to the point that they're getting themselves sued by the Prince and Princess of Wales. I'm kind of surprised because I always thought that France was a country where paparazzi was not a thing. They know their place, they keep their distance, etc. But I guess I was wrong, you guys. I was wrong.